This is Albert Figueroa, host of Connecting the Dots Network, and we want to say thank you for joining us back. Welcome to our Connecting the Dots Network show. Here we like to go out there and help out business owners or what's going on in our community and what is happening. Lord bless us with a great gentleman here, right here next to me, named Brian Melton. And he's got a story to share. Brian, let's give Brian a round of applause. Brian, thank you for being on our show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Look forward to telling my story.
Well, what is your story?
Well, my story is this. Most of people know somebody that has multiple sclerosis. I happen to be one of those. I was diagnosed in 2005, and it's been quite a journey. I've actually seen tons of doctors and been through it all, and I'm just excited to talk about this new procedure for MS that a lot of patients have never heard about.
Well, before we go there, tell the folks, what is MS? What is it all about for those that don't know what MS is?
How I try to explain it, multiple sclerosis is basically your immune system attacking itself. So inside your brain you have axons, you have neurons that are covered with it's called myelin. It's a substance, it's called myelin. And basically what happens when the brain attacks the myelin, it's kind of like you would say an image of a extension cord being stripped of the outside coating. So the conduction is not there. Over years it gets worse, and there's no known cure. There's treatments to slow the progression of the disease and to help prevent relapses, which is also part of the disease where it worsens and then your body heals from it, and then you go about your business, and a year or two later you might have another relapse, and you might get disability from those particular relapses as your body attacks itself.
And you had this since 2005?
Yeah, I've had it since 2005. I've been on many different medications. I've researched my brains out for years and years and years on what the most beneficial treatments are for MS, and you know it's we're still a long ways away from a cure, but from what I've researched, I found a very promising procedure that is not talked very much amongst the neurology community, and doctors and patients have really not heard too much about this particular procedure.
So what is this procedure that you found?
It's called Hematopoietic Stem Cell Transplant, HSCT for short. It is really, basically in a nutshell, it's rebooting your immune system. It's similar to a bone marrow transplant, but without a donor. So you're actually using your own cells from your blood, and what they do is they use high-dose chemotherapy, and they basically take your immune system down to zero, and they reinsert your stem cells at the end of the procedure to help your body heal, and you have a brand new immune system.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
So
it's pretty cool.
This looking up this place that you found this, where is this facility? Where?
So this particular place is in Moscow, Russia. Moscow, Russia has been one of the leaders in this procedure for international patients the past about 4 years, but they've been treating their own patients for 10 to 15 years. It's a standard procedure for MS in Russia. However, there are other areas of the world that do this treatment also. They have different rules and regulations on what this treatment can be used for, and it's different than the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
So all this research, you're focused on Russia.
Right.
And that's the best place that you found
Best
it.
place. Yep. Best
Now,
place.
what is it that you need? You're raising money and...
The cost of the treatment is $50,000, which is a lot of money. And you know, here in the United States, it's only in trials. I was not able to participate in the trial. I did not fit the very, very strict criteria. And it was also a patient-funded trial, which means it's $125,000 in the United States in Chicago. So I guess it's partly a good thing and partly a bad thing. I'd like to have it done here, but it would have been $125,000, which is a lot more than $50,000. So the $50,000, yes, it's a lot, and that's what we're raising the money for. We're less than halfway there. We need all the help we can get. We have, let's see, up to November 1st is when I'm expected to be arriving in Moscow. They're going to have the limo waiting.
Yes.
Red carpet service.
Yes.
They're going to roll out the red carpet. I'm going to a first class hospital. They have a whole floor dedicated to this procedure. They have HEPA filters built in. It's completely safe, and there's a lot of positives about this particular facility, and a lot of the patients are quoting that there is something magical happened at this facility. They're coming back. The progression of their MS has been stopped, and some are seeing reversal in disability, which is not the norm in this procedure, but it does happen. So I'm just really, really excited to have the opportunity to tell my story. I want all the MS patients out there to know that I have your back. I'm gonna make sure that you guys know about this.
Yes.
When you go into your doctor's office, I know the medications. I know what he's trying to prescribe to you. They don't know about this procedure because it's not a neurologist specialty. It's a hematologist specialty. It's a cancer specialty. This treatment is used in cancer patients, not your typical autoimmune disease patient, lupus, MS, some of the other diseases. This procedure can stop the disease in its tracks for a majority of patients. Up to 70% of patients are progression free after 5 years.
Wow.
Off this.
Wow. Now, if for those that want to help out and give it, that's great that you're raising this money by November 1st. And there is ways. He is going to do it, folks. He is going to do it. And I understand there is an 800 number that folks can call, which I see it right here. It's 800-642-8399. Let me repeat that. That's 800-642-8399. And there's also a website too. Explain us about the website.
You can go to helphopelive.org. There's a search function. You put in Brian Melton, it'll take you right to my page. You could use credit card, you could use cash, you could use check, whatever you feel comfortable with. And you can also go to my Facebook website. That's Brian Battles MS, and the link's there on the page and all my information. I'm going to be doing a blog in Russia, so feel free to follow my journey. I will be there a month, and so it's going to be quite an eye opener to be not with my family. I have young kids, but I'm excited. I know that I need to get this done.
Well, the main thing is you're following your heart, man. And there's also a leader, and you're reaching out. You've done your research. For those that have MS, keep track of Brian too, and he's going to go out there and pay the way of going out there and showing it. And there is that $50,000 going to be out there. Well, God bless you, man, for everything that you're doing. And you're following your heart.
It's, I've spoken in front of patients, and I'm getting the word out, and I feel that there's hope. A lot of patients that are in wheelchairs and are in desperate need of this type of treatment. And I just want patients to know that it is out there, and you can fundraise to make this work. And I thank God that He's leading me down this path. And there's a light. There's a good light at the end of the tunnel.
There is a big light at the end of that tunnel that's shining brighter and brighter and brighter. His name's Brian Melton right here with us. Thank you so much for joining us, Brian.
I'm excited.
Hey, it's something to be excited. We're looking forward to you being there November 1st in Moscow with that red treatment out there, that red carpet treatment at that hospital, and all it is going to be good news. And we're going to stay in contact with Brian too and give updates of what's happening. But get involved, folks. It's all about raising those funds. $50,000 easy. Everybody participate. It's a we thing, not a me thing. It's a we thing, and that's why Brian's here on the Connecting the Dots Network show. So everybody, let's give Brian a round of applause. Nothing but blessings and encouragement to you. Go after it. And this is Albert Figueroa and Brian Melton. We'll be right back right after these messages.